Hello everyone, it's me, JayskiBean, and welcome back to Ultimate Custom Night. Last episode we beat 50-20 mode, and I am so happy to get that out of the way. And this episode I'm gonna go through like a little baby mini tutorial on how everything works and my thought process behind beating it, and more or less like how to beat it. But the first thing I want to explain to you guys is very important, is power usage. Now the power in this game works in blocks. They're called blocks, or that's what a lot of people are calling them. And you start off the night with the fan on. Now the fan on, everything here uses one block. Each door, everything uses the same amount. The camera, the flashlight, the fan, 2, 3, 4, 5 keys, the music box, the heater, the AC, everything except for the power generator, which obviously it counts as -1 block. So with the power generator on, and one thing using one block at a time will be as if you're just sitting there with nothing on. So, which is good. That's what you want for the most of the night, because if you sit there with nothing on, the power won't degenerate as quickly at all. Like, you'll have plenty of power throughout the night. So, basic rule of thumb here is to juggle your power and your power generator / fan to keep the temp down, and your music box. So space and 1 are like the things to hit. Space and 1, space and 5, space and 1, space and 5, and that'll keep everything regulating. And then obviously before you flip the camera up, you're gonna want to hit the heater until you hear the do 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 do. I usually listen for 3, or it's safe to listen for 4, because 4 of the animatronics are actually hit with the heater. So I usually listen for 4 of the little do 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 do. So and then I flip the camera up, because that's when you know all 4 have been pushed all the way back to the start in the vent. So we're gonna go over every animatronic individually and how they work. Well, not really individually, but I'll cover them in groups. So first we're gonna cover our clear the office animatronics. Make sure that we have everything taken care of before we can flip the camera up. So what you're gonna want to do before you flip your camera up is knock out everything that's on the screen right here. Basically, this is what's gonna be on your face when you put the camera back down. Obviously, Toy Bonnie and Toy Chica as well. Let's see, you got Phantom Freddy and Nightmare Freddy. Those are taken down with the flashlight. Easy peasy. Just make sure that your flashlight isn't too far to the right, because Nightmare BB will get you if you slump down, you hit it with the flashlight. That's why it's a really bad habit, and I had really big issues with this, is putting the camera down and pressing Z at the same time to get the flashlight on. It's not a good habit. Don't learn that habit. You want to make sure that you don't have your flashlight set at default when you get down. Make sure you're paying attention to Nightmare BB. Only shine your flashlight to the far left, so you're not hitting Nightmare BB unless you want to, which you should always like just flash. Like, try to use as little power as possible. This goes back to the power block usage, because flashlight uses a whole block and it's going to up your power usage the more you use it. So it's better just to flash on Nightmare BB when he's sitting up instead of holding it. Now with Nightmare Freddy and Phantom Freddy, you're going to want to hold it till they disappear completely, or you're going to use more power in the long run by flashing them. So those are the flashlight ones. The mask animatronics, which I'll count Golden Freddy too. Toy Bonnie and Toy Chica, and Withered Bonnie as well, but he only pops up in certain intervals when you put the camera up. We'll talk about him later. But Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, you have plenty of time to put your mask up for them. If you're up in the cams and you just got up in the cams or something, or if they just pop while you're up in the cams, you still have a second to get down and then put your mask back up. It's probably the only big cam flips you're going to do are going to be in the beginning, and you're going to want to finish your business in the cameras before you put the cam down and mask up, because it's going to be hard to get the cameras back up, because every time you put the cameras up, everything that I'm showing you on the screen right now is going to come at you, and because they're going to take their chance to try to get to you. So Toy Chica, Toy Bonnie mask. Golden Freddy, when you put the camera down, he's going to be in your room most of the time. You're going to want to put the camera down, flip the mask up, then flip it back off. What I've been doing, because if you do it too quickly, flip the mask up and back off, Golden Freddy won't go away, so I just flip it up. I take care of business, because you can still see through the eye holes, and you can still take care of things while you're with the mask on. I'll go ahead and take care of what I need to, and I'll flip it off when I get the chance. Another thing is Ballora. You're going to want to listen for Ballora. And I guess Nightmare Fredbear and Nightmare as well. You can hear them in the left or right doors. Just shut them when you hear them. You can hear them with their laughs. So you hear the ho, ho, ho on the left or right side. You're going to shut the door, wait for the thump, open it back up. Ballora, same thing. You're going to hear the music for her dancing thingy, ballerina thing. And you're going to make sure you shut the door she's on. Old Man Consequence, he pops up with the fish, you press C when he gets in the middle. Really easy. You're gonna want to prioritize that for sure, because you're gonna want to always be able to flip your camera up. Now, if you just put your camera down and Foxy doesn't happen to be on the table and you know you're not gonna put your camera up for a while, then I wouldn't really worry about Old Man Consequence. And Helpy, you're definitely gonna want to hit him because he's one that gives you a Fazbear coin if you hit him in the stomach. Plus, he makes a lot of noise, and it kind of makes it where it's a little more difficult to run the heater or the generator and the fan at the same time. Also, Phone Guy, you're gonna want definitely prioritize Phone Guy over everybody, because once Phone Guy gets you, that's pretty much it. You're not gonna be able to keep your fan and your power generator going consistently with your music box without Music Man getting you. Which Music Man is just on its own like that. If you keep Helpy and Phone Guy at bay and you keep circulating your power and your fan and your other things normally, Music Man should not be an issue at all. Scrap Baby, as you guys know, when she's sitting down, you don't do anything. When she's standing up, you just shock her. Easy peasy, just keep an eye out for her standing up. She's in your face, so it's hard to miss. Afton, he'll make a bunch of noise on your right hand, like, it'll be in your right headphone. And as soon as you hear, press the F key. Unless, of course, you have it shut. If you're in the, sometimes he's gotten me when I had it shut and I was in the cameras and I've opened it on him and he's gotten me. Another one that's not listed here is Lulbit. Just type LOL when he pops on the screen. You got plenty of time with him. Like, you don't have too much time, but if Afton and Lulbit pop at the same time, you're gonna want to get rid of Afton first, for sure. You're gonna want to hit F, wait for Afton to thump, hit F again, then type LOL. It's fine. You got plenty of time with Lulbit compared to Afton. So that's it for clearing the room, pretty much. When you're up in the cams and you flip the camera down, you're gonna want to clear all that before you get back in the cams. Now, a lot of the time, Ballora and Fredbear and Nightmare are gonna pop while you're in the cameras. If you're at the big cam flip at the beginning, that's not that big of an issue. Okay. So that's the clear the room animatronics. Now we're gonna cover the vents, which is gonna be Withered Chica, Mangle, who's the other vents? Withered Chica, Mangle, you got, heck, okay, you got Springtrap, you have, who else is in the vents? Oh yeah, duh, Ennard and Molten Freddy. Okay, so those are really easy to handle. Just make sure you close that front vent before you flip the camera up. Every time it'll get them. If you need an extra coin, like if Rockstar Freddy is on your tail and you know one's in the vent that you haven't done a cam flip in a while, just hit that front vent. It'll click and then you unhit it and it'll give you an extra coin. Because you know, when people hit the doors, when animatronics hit the doors, it's going to give you a fast coin as well. So, I'm talking a lot. That's it for the vent animatronics. The next ones are going to be the air duct animatronics, which are really easy to handle. They're just going to be these right here: Ned Bear, Orville Elephant, Pig Patch, Mr. Hippo, and Happy Frog. Mr. Hippo, Happy Frog, and Pig Patch are fooled by the lure 100% of the time. Ned Bear and Orville Elephant are not, so you're going to want to use the heater on them. Now, a lot of people are saying use the heater until you hear 2 of those bumps, so two animatronics have been sent to the back, but it's not always these 2 animatronics. I've used the heater to use 2 of those bumps, and I've still gotten killed by either or of these 2. You're going to want to hear all 4 before, because, the heater doesn't have any effect on Happy Frog. But anyway, yeah, you're going to want to hear all 4 just to be on the safe side. It's really easy. It only takes a couple seconds. So turn the heater on until you hear all 4 and then turn the whatever you have running back on. So if let's go ahead and jump into a night. When you first start off the night, the first thing you're going to want to do is obviously turn off the fan, turn on the generator. Then you're going to flip to your camera, which I get used to using the keyboard. Keyboard controls are a godsend. You're going to go to the ducts. And since this one's already shut, my way to go is put in this intersection right here. That way they have to go through here to get to you. And most of the animatronics are stalled by this. So you don't really have to worry about 3 of them. You only have to worry about, you don't have to worry about 3 of them, just Orville and Ned Bear. And you can push those 2 back with the heater. So, and they won't attack unless you flip the camera up. That's the case with most of these animatronics. So if they're sitting there and you'd have your camera down, you're not looking at your camera, then they won't jump you until you put your camera up. So that's why you put the heater on, listen for those 4 bumps. They will be reset up here, and then you can do your thing. So that's taken care of. The vent system, I wouldn't really worry about that too much. Like I said, if you just shut the front vent before you open your camera, you should be fine. And yeah, that's it for the air duct animatronics. Just use the heater for a few seconds, get those 4 bumps before you put it on your camera, and then resume what you were doing. Okay, next thing I'm going to cover is the Marionette and Chica. These are huge. This is like most of my hardship during 5020 was from the Marionette and Chica. You're gonna want, for Chica especially, every 15-second point, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute 15, a minute 30, a minute 45, you're gonna want that music box to be playing, because that's like the check time when Chica like tries to spawn on you. And you don't want that to happen. You don't want Chica to get angry, because she can just randomly jump scare you. She basically becomes another toy Freddy, is what happens. So, what we do is the Marionette, you basically have to charge Marionette's music box for about 15 seconds, and it'll be fully charged, and then you can leave it rolling for about, I'd say about 10 seconds, 10, 12, 13 seconds. 15 seconds. People say 15 seconds, but I only do like 10 just to be safe. So, how I roll is during the night on its own, I run with the power generator and the fan on, like as of right now, okay? And then when you hit the 15-second mark, I turn off the fan and I turn on the music box. So wait for the 15-second mark and just alternate like that. So about 14, I'll turn on the music box, turn off the fan and everything. So see the music box is playing. And then I'll wait until the next 15-second mark, which is 30 seconds. So I'll wait for 30 seconds to pass and watching the temps. Okay, 30. All right, we can switch it back. And that should get the temp back up, and then we'll switch back right before 45. And if your temp gets down low enough, like mid-60s, you can go ahead and turn off the fan. You can conserve even more power with just your generator being on. And then you switch back to the music box again before 45, and you just keep alternating like that. So 45 to a minute. It's okay if you miss a couple. I think I missed like 1 or 2 in my run, like 15-second marks for Chica, and Chica didn't jump scare me. Again, like I said, it's luck. If you get Chica angry, you get Chica angry. If not, it's fine. But your goal is to be able to have the music box running at 15-second increments. If you're off a little bit and you have your generator and your fan running and you're really off, just make sure you hit those 15-second marks at least and keep track of how much time like in your brain that you have left going for the puppet, and you should be fine. Of course, that's getting unorganized, and you're supposed to like stay organized throughout the whole run. And again, it's really easy to get back that track if you just, okay, I need to start at a minute 45 seconds. I'm off track a little bit. So we'll start the music box at a minute 42 seconds. We'll let it run till 2 minutes and 1 second. Then we'll switch back to generator and fan, and it'll be all hunky-dory. It's just best to use 1 block of energy at most, because you're going to want to conserve it for the end, because you're going to run out of time or power really quickly in this mode. Okay, so the next thing we're covering. So we got the music box covered, we got the vents covered. Let's see the animatronics on the screens. Let's look at the animatronics on the screens. So we got Toy Freddy, we got Phantom Angle, Phantom BB. Let's see, BB and JJ, I didn't cover them, but those are some kind of like the vent animatronics, or the clear the room animatronics. You're just going to want to shut that F vent when you get back into the room. When your camera gets back down, you listen for the thump and they'll go away. You're going to want to always clear them out of the room though before you put your cam back up. That's definitely something you're going to want to clear. I don't know why I didn't mention them in the clear the room, or maybe I did, I don't remember. So camera animatronics, here they are. Oh, Lefty's a music box animatronic too, but if you're doing what I said to take care of Chica and Marionette and you're keeping your temperature down in your office, Lefty should not be an issue at all. Which circulating all this, like the power, the glow, blah, 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 it'll keep your temperature down. And I guess that handles Jacko Chica as well. You're gonna wanna keep your temp under like 95. I've had Jacko Chica jump scare me at 95. A lot of people are saying 99 point something, but I'm pretty sure I've seen 95. I like to keep it out of the 90s so I can help it. So that's just better safe than sorry. And if you get to where you flash the camera back up and you see Jacko Chica at your door, shut both doors real quick and open them real quick. It's fine. I did that in my winning run a couple times. So let's see, camera animatronics. We got Circus Baby, we got Nightmare Bonnie, we got Nightmare Mangle. I guess we'll just call this miscellaneous animatronics. So let's see, Freddy Fazbear. Okay, so Freddy and Rockstar Chica, that's one that you're going to want before you put your camera back up. You're going to want to shut the left-hand door, kind of like the vent animatronics, but left hand, and it'll stop Freddy and Rockstar Chica from going. But in order to stop Rockstar Chica, you're going to want to move this the wet floor sign to the right side. If you guys can't tell, that's one of the things I do as well. So when I first start a run, I'll switch that over, I'll turn that off, turn that up, and then I'll go to my duct system, I'll place that, I'll go back to the cams, and this is the part I'm about to hit as well. So Toy Freddy was one that I had highlighted. You're gonna go straight to camera 8. Let's go ahead and turn Toy Freddy on for this. My voice is getting so scratchy. Okay, so the first thing you wanna do, this is the first thing I do, is I will click this over, which you're gonna wanna double click. I'll turn off the fan, turn on the generator, bring up the camera, put the duct there, go to the cam, go to cam 8, and you're gonna wanna find Mr. Hugs, and you're gonna wanna shut the door. From there, I go ahead and skip to cam 7, and then I put the camera down. All right, and as soon as I put the camera down, I switch back to the music box. That's it. That's it for the first one. And that whole time, you see, I'm still at like 96% power, and I took it slow. Going fast, you're still gonna be at like 100, 102%, depending on if you're using power-ups or not, by the time you get to this stage. Or if your fan is already off. See, I'm still messing up. So if your fan is off, like I turned it off at the beginning, you don't have to hit fan, you just have to hit music box when you get back down. So your power will still be at about 100%. So that's that. That is Toy Freddy. So that's covering Toy Freddy. That's covering Freddy Fazbear and Rockstar Chica. You gotta close that left door. That'll take care of both of those, as long as you close those before you bring up your camera. So that's that little beginning snippet. And the reason I stop on cam 7, that's the prize corner. That's where you're gonna purchase the death coin. And that's where I'm gonna show you your shuffle at the beginning of this. I'm really scared to get back into the game, so I'm probably just gonna go back to my video and show you how that works. But Funtime Foxy is one that you're gonna want a death coin, and then you got Circus Baby, Nightmare Bonnie, and Nightmare Mangle, which are the plush animatronics, which they activate at 1 a.m., 3 a.m., 1 a.m., 3 a.m., and 5 a.m. And they jump scare you if you're not on cam 2 or if you haven't purchased the plush 20 seconds after that point. So with all 3 of them active, 1 a.m. is going to be your death point. So you have to get either cam stall them on cam 2, which means cam stall, meaning, let's go ahead and boot it up. If you don't have coins, or if you're not going to be able to get all the coins because you're going to want to spend coins on this guy right here, the death coin. So by 1:05, you're going to want to be on cam 2, whether you got the camera up or not, you're going to want to be on cam 2. So we'll go ahead and put on the generator because heat doesn't matter. Because at 45 seconds, they'll start inching forward, and at 1 minute, 5 seconds, 20 seconds after that, they'll actually jump you. If you're not cam stalling them here. And that's why you see everybody click on cam 2, and then they just bring the camera down, and they'll cam flip, reset, and all that stuff. So, let's wait for 45. We're almost there. And you'll see them pop up at 45. Okay, see, there's baby. All right, so we're at cam 2, and after 1 minute and 5 seconds, if we're not on cam 2, baby will jump scare us. So we have plenty of time to drip around other cameras and stuff. Okay, 5 seconds. Ready? Okay, it's been 1 minute 5, and baby's still not jump scaring us. But we switch off the camera, jump scare warning. And baby will jump scare us.
I guess you forgot about.
So that's one way to avoid having to spend all those coins getting the, I'm sure you guys know this already, but this is just for people who, don't know what's going on. So you'll use all, you'll just leave it on cam 2, and that'll take care of that. Funtime Foxy, obviously we death coin Funtime Foxy. You guys already know that what we do to get coins really quickly is we put Helpy, BB, and JJ all the way up to level 20. And we'll just flip the cam up and down. Just like that. Boom, we got 11 coins in under 15 seconds. Easy peasy. And it's really easy when you actually do cam flips when there's more animatronics out, because they'll give you coins as well if they bump against the doors. So that's how we get the coins real quick. And then at that point, this is why we want Xor to spawn at 10 seconds, because Xor is the one that spawns all those extra animatronics, which I've gone over a little bit. Shadow Bonnie pops in your office. He just makes the office start, which isn't bad. You guys know Bonnet comes across the screen, and how I handle Bonnet, you guys probably saw in the video, is I'll just leave my mouse over here, which it handles Nightmarion too. If you leave your mouse around this area, Nightmarion doesn't reach there. So this is like the idle spot, and this and over here as well. So these two corners. If you leave your mouse here, Bonnet will march across the screen, and you can usually like spam click, and you can catch her right here at the end. It's risky because if something else pops up and you miss her, so you have to have like an iron will. If you feel like something else will pop up and you get scared, you can just rush across, hit her, and then come back. Like I usually just hold this down and go across. And this line is like the magic line, because right here about is where baby's controlled shock thing spawns as well. So that'll handle Bonnet, Nightmarion. And also, let's see, you got Lolbit, LOL, you got Bonnet, you got Shadow Bonnie. Who else spawns besides Plush Trap? Because Plush Trap is a big one, but Plush Trap will take down as a combo with Funtime Foxy. And that's why you want Xor to spawn at 10 seconds. Crap, what is another one? And Nightmare Chica. Nightmare Chica is the third one that spawns. You just have to use the AC when she starts closing down your face, which is pretty easy. When I switch back down, I'll go to the AC. The mini arenas, they just pop in your face a few seconds after, like next camera flip you do after they spawn, they'll pop in your face. So, Rockstar Freddy, you know, you just give him 5 coins. Alternatively, if you're good on air, you can use the heater to, you usually just have to tap the heater for a second, or if you about to do a cam flip, use the heater, it'll usually malfunction him. Rockstar Bonnie is straight up luck. If Rockstar Bonnie pops, then your run is pretty much over, unless you happen to be in Funtime Foxy's camera at that point, and his guitar spawns in that camera as well. Let's see, we covered those. Funtime Chica just pops in your face, that's easy. El Chip, you just hit enter. That's easy. It's really easy once you learn where the enter key is on your keyboard, and where you can just you just hit it without looking. These guys just pop in your face. Rockstar Foxy, don't mess with him, just don't touch the bird. Just don't touch the bird. Nightmarion, don't hover over him for too long. What have we not covered? I think that's everybody. I think we covered everybody. Every single one. Yeah, I think that's about it. That's it for the individual animatronics. So, now I'm gonna go over my actual winning run. I'm gonna show you step by step, like what I did, how I did it, all that good stuff. So, you guys are gonna see my keyboard overlay right here, and I'm just gonna start. So, obviously, you saw first thing I did was I turned off the fan, turned on the generator, I moved the floor sign over, and I went to the camera. And I go straight to the air ducts, I do the air duct thing, I go here, I block Mr. Hugs, and I go to cam 7, put the camera down, flashlight, mask on for, you know, for the Golden Freddy and all those. Get rid of him. Okay, I guess I didn't do the wet floor sign, but it's okay to do it afterwards, because the vent and door animatronics don't usually spawn until around 28 seconds or so. But now you're going to see me do a bunch of flip tricks, take care of business, and see Xor spawning at 10 seconds. That's perfect. That gives you ideal time to... See, I'm already at 7 Faz coins too. Ideal time to get your Faz coins and get everything ready and get a head start on everybody. And I haven't explained Plush Trap yet, but you'll see it in the video. So, I'm blocking everybody. That pops up. We want to mute the call. Top priority. Okay, now we're just waiting. Now, as you saw, when Xor spawned, 10 seconds after Xor actually spawns, 20-second mark, the first challenger appears. The first challenger, I think, is mini arenas? No, it's not mini arenas. First challenger might be Bonnet. I have no idea. But, I haven't noticed. I know the second challenger is Plush Trap for sure. So as soon as that new challenger appeared, the second one, which is at 25 seconds, I hit the heater, and then I switch straight to the power generator. I hit the heater, wait for the do, and then I switch to the power generator. Alright, and then I close the left door, the front vent, and the right vent. I think I forgot to close the front vent this time. So, and you saw that I positioned my mouse pointer up at the top of the screen right here, where the vent is. So anyway, I close the left, the front, the right vent. Alright? That way, I don't have to worry about Balloon Boy or JJ. I don't have to worry about the vent animatronics getting in the front. I don't have to worry about Freddy or anybody getting in the left. Okay? So as soon as we spawn, I spawn with my mouse up top, and I click the vent system. That is so, Phantom BB and Phantom Mangle don't get you and like jump scare your screen down or whatever, make noise. And ultimately, the thing that really hurts you is it makes your camera go down and it makes everything spawn again. It makes everything go chaotic. Now I'm in the cams, you're going to see me prioritize Old Man Consequence as well, because he makes your cam go down as well. Anything that can halt this process from happening is bad. So as of right now, you see I have the power generator going. I have 3 doors shut. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then the cam's up, that's 4 blocks. But I have the generator on, so that brings it down to 3 blocks. What a lot of people do is they'll leave the music running, or they'll have the generator and the fan running, which brings it up to 4 blocks, which is 4 or 5 blocks. A lot of people do the music box, which is 5 blocks. That's a lot of power usage. So I'm cutting down on 2 blocks here compared to a lot of people's runs. This is where a lot of people mess up, is this big flip trick. That's why I'm explaining it a lot more detailed than I think is probably necessary. But anyway, I click the vent and I click back to the cams really quickly just to get rid of the phantoms. All right. And as you saw, I bought the death coin. Let's actually rewind that a second because that was really fast. Okay. So 22, 23, 24, and 25 to start the heater. All right. Turn on the generator. Okay. And you saw I went straight to the death coin while hitting C, grab the death coin, flip to cam 6, and there's Plush Trap. Plush Trap was the second one to spawn, so you know he's going to be in cam 6. This is where I take the opportunity to reset ventilation while the flashlight shines on Plush Trap. So I usually reset the ventilation here, then I do the death coin there. And usually by the time I get down to click cam 2, Plush Trap is zoomed off the chair, and that's it. Plush Trap's gone for the night. The cool thing is about Plush Trap, Scrap Baby, Scrap Trap, I think is what they call him. Afton, Scrap Trap, and Lolbit is they only pop once during the whole night, which is really cool. And then you flip to cam 2, put your cam down, and then you can reopen all your doors. Make sure you shut the doors if anybody spawned in another one. Do your flashlight. Put your AC on, because the next animatronic that's popping through Xor is usually Nightmare Chica, which closes on you unless you... and obviously jump scares you when their mouth fully closes on your face if you don't have the AC on. So I turn on the AC, go ahead and get my temp down, and remember our little trick. We don't want the AC, or we don't want the music box to be off for more than 15 seconds. So we turned the music box off at about 25 seconds. So I'm going to give it a little bit extra time, and I'm going to turn the music box back on at about 38, 39 seconds. So we're taking care of business, we're clearing the room. I turn the music box back on. I turn the heater on for a second to get rid of Freddy because I don't have the coins, and you saw I tried to close the front vent to get extra coins, didn't work. So that's it. And here you're going to see my trick on the left hand side. See how I avoided Nightmarion and Bonnet at the same time using the left hand side trick with the mouse and everything. So okay, the room's clear, we're good until ventilation starts going down. And see, you don't want your temp to get as high as I let it get. And alright, there's a little bit. Everything's going, you're going to want to mute the phone call. Everything's prioritized. Okay, so we got the fan, the generator on. The heater on right before I close. Alright, so I turned on the heater, I waited for a couple bumps, and then and as you saw, I positioned my mouse. Let's see. I did it really quick. Oh my god. I got really fast at this. I'm probably not this good anymore. It's been like 2 days since I played it. Okay, so I turned on the heater. I closed the front vent, the left door, and the right vent. I don't know why I did that. Usually it's just you close the left vent and the front, or the front vent and the left door. I guess I was scared, or I was nervous or something. You're going to want to position your mouse right there, about halfway up and down through the right vent, or at least on this office, that's how it is. And then you flip up. I click like crazy on the reset ventilation, and then I flip the cam back down. And then obviously you put your mask right back on. Now when you do your mouse, you're going to want to do like an arc like that really quickly. You're going to want to like ventilation and then clunk, like up and around to the mask really quickly. And if you notice, I leave the mask on, take care of business, take the mask off, because I don't want to risk doing it too quickly and getting jump scared by Golden Freddy. Now, you're going to see here, see I'm alternating every 15 seconds like I showed you at the beginning of the video. And from here on in the night, you're going to alternate. Now, let's see if I actually showed it in the video or not. The reason I'm about to do this flip, I didn't explain this. I don't know why I didn't explain this. This is like the most important thing, is Foxy and Bonnie. Now, God, I wish I could find it. As you can see right here through Right there. See, there's Foxy right there. Foxy's on the table. You want to keep Foxy off the table if possible. If possible, nothing. You want to keep Foxy off the table as much as you possibly can. If Foxy's on the table when you flip back down, a lot of people say there's a 6-second rule that you can flip the camera up and back down and it'll flip Bonnie back onto the table. I just do it as fast as I possibly can. I usually just take care of the business and then I flip the camera up and down. When you do this cam flip, you're going to want to reset ventilation because you don't want to get a short rotation with Bonnie. So I position my mouse, I reset ventilation. All right, cool. And then I put the cam back on and I take care of business again. Now, when I put the camera up, I was on cam 2 and I saw that Jacko Chica was in there, so I went ahead and closed both doors and opened it back up. I don't know if I did it yet, but I do at some point. So I got the mask on, still alternating between everything. Enter for that. Taking care of the flashlights, taking care of the mask animatronics. The main thing once you get past that first stretch is keeping all your power situated and making sure that you have Bonnie on the table and not Foxy. Bonnie and Foxy, or Foxy is going to be your big killer later on. Because Foxy will enter your room like that. If you get one long rotation with Foxy, then you're done. I've had him jump scare me before putting any of his body parts in the room, which is insane. All right, cool. So, as you can see, I did the cam flip. Foxy's on the table. Take care of business. Clear the room. Okay, room's clear. Get rid of Bonnet real fast. Do the cam flip. Reset ventilation. Do it again. Cool. And there's Bonnie. And you know what? I think once you clear the room, that kind of takes care of that 6-second rule. But yeah, you're not going to want to underestimate any of these power downs, like any of these distraction animatronics, because they really stack up on you and get you. If you ever have issues as well with the, if you have some extra power, like during the power usage saving, because I think I finished this run with like 7% power, and you have a lot of heat, you can always turn on the fan and the AC at the same time for like 2 or 3 seconds, and it'll bump you down by like 10 degrees. It's crazy fast. So, so yeah. Yeah, I think I closed both doors here. Yep, closed both doors, open them back up. If I'm under 90 degrees, it'll go ahead and get rid of her. Jacko Chica, and you see it's Foxy, so I do the switch, and it's Bonnie again. Foxy has not entered the room yet, which is pure luck. I'm getting so lucky so far. It's basically luck. It's mostly RNG. The thing is, when you block, the biggest issue, this is the biggest block besides, like, you got Foxy, you have Toy Freddy, and you have, Rockstar Bonnie, which will just randomly pop when you flip the camera up. Not so much Foxy. Foxy, this is the RNG, this is it. You just gotta keep him in the room as little as possible, and hopefully he doesn't move in on you. But the other two, they'll just pop on you randomly when you pull the camera up. I think there's gotta be some kind of window, like some kind of trigger, but I'm not sure what it is. Same thing happens with Withered Bonnie, but I was talking to DJSterf the other day, and he said he thinks it's about every 13 seconds is when Withered Bonnie will spawn when you have the camera up, and you only have like a second to put that mask on. So as soon as you don't know if it's Withered Bonnie or not. Usually if it's Withered Bonnie, Rockstar Bonnie pops as well, so that's it. So as you can see, I'm already like near the end. It's a really short night. It's only 4.5 minutes, but with all this going on at one time, it's really tough to handle. So, all right, and that's pretty much it. I get like super excited when I beat this. Like keep looking at the time. What I did here, like that home stretch, is I switched to, as you can see, Foxy's on the table. If you wait until the very last second where it's almost pitch black in your office, which it's risky, but it's efficient, you don't have to do as many cam flips, and it's less RNG strikes for Foxy to get into your office. So as soon as you get to where it's about, where was I? About 3:45, I think. I think it's like 3:45. It's that last cam flip. Yep, about 3:45, that last cam flip. Once you get there, you're golden. You're good. As long as you reset ventilation every time you flip Foxy off, you'll be able to do that. And that should stretch you to the very end. So I leave Foxy on the table, and I'm not really worried about it. Now, if I had to do one more cam flip, Foxy would have got me because I left him in the room for over an hour. So that's a little ridiculous. So, anyway, yeah, that's the basics behind how I did Ultimate Custom Night. It's not too bad. once you get everything down. You just got to learn everything, and it's a lot to stomach, and it's a lot to get down. But once, I think the key for me, was the XOR thing, this 10-second XOR thing. Every time I started a match and started a game and XOR didn't spawn in 10 seconds, I reset, because I knew it was going to be a slow run. Because you get a slow start, like a whole 10 seconds behind. If you get everything knocked out 10 seconds earlier, that's so much easier on you throughout the whole entire run. It's so much more power saving. And you can run this strategy of the 25 seconds, changing to the heater, and then changing to the power, and then getting rid of everything real quick, going back to cam 2, going back down, switching to the AC, getting rid of Nightmare Chica and getting your temp down in your office, then switching to the music box, hitting that 45-second mark, and then at about a minute you can switch back and then start alternating throughout the rest of the run. And it's once you get that down, and once you get everything in your head and wrapped around, it's not as difficult to beat. It's still a lot of RNG. Like, you still have the chance of Rockstar Bonnie popping on you, or the chance of Toy Freddy popping on you, or the chance of Wither Bonnie popping on you. You might miss a couple 30-second or 15-second marks, and Chica might pop on you. You never know. Anything could happen. I know a big killer of mine was definitely Toy Freddy. Definitely Toy Freddy. Yeah, it's bad. And every time Rockstar Bonnie popped, I just reset. So it's really important thing is Phone Guy. You definitely want to keep Phone Guy, because that's going to help your power consumption. Now let me make sure I didn't miss anything, because I have a list over here that I have not been looking at. Wrote down. So yeah, I think that's it. Reset the vent at the last second. I got that. Yeah, that's all I have. This is probably gonna be a long video. Hopefully editing Jay does well, which I'm editing Jay, spoiler alert, and editing this video, and hopefully it makes a lot more sense to you guys than I feel like I made this video. I know I probably went way out of chronological order with all this, but like I said, it's a lot of information to stomach, but once you get it all down, and once you get where to click and what to do down pat, it's definitely possible, and it's definitely doable, and it's a lot more easier than you would think. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial, this big tutorial. I said it was gonna be a baby tutorial, but it's totally not. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you slap that like button underneath the video. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Man, lots of editing to do today.